Welcome everybody to the first diorama build of 2026. This year, as in every year, I'm going to hold myself to doing one diorama every month for the next 12 months. We're going to see how close we get. Let's see. I think I did maybe about 8 projects last year, which isn't too bad. But here's just a quick recap of some of the jungle that I did last year. Here's a Tatooine display with some buildings. Here's more Tatooine and more jungle. There's a little outcropping that we did. Basketball hoop even. I did some basketball hoops. We did a really cool G.I. Joe canyon wall diorama. We did Tatooine hut. We did Geonosis. There's a kind of just a generic rock field that we did. More of the jungle. And then we get to one that I was really proud of. I revisited the snow and ice of Hoth, or the Arctic, and polar scenes. And I was really excited to show this to everyone. And it's also building on the diorama I did of the Wampa Cave a couple of years ago. Now, just my luck, as things go, this particular polar panorama diorama was my least popular, at least from views and comments. And I was really saddened to see that, because I was really hoping it would be popular, because we're going to do a diorama build on it. So we'll just have to see how things go. But I promise to make this worth your while, and we'll add a few really cool Hoth elements to it from the classic Empire Strikes Back series. So what do you say? Let's get going. So the first thing that you have to decide whenever you start doing any sort of diorama build is, what scale is this going to be? Because there are so many different Star Wars scales. You know, there's the Micro Galaxy Squadron scale, which is like 1/72 or 1/38, or whichever it is. And then you've got, 1/12 scale, 1/6 scale, and then there's the classic 1/18 scale, and that's otherwise known as the 3 3/4 inch scale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a couple of pieces here and use them for reference, so that way I have the appropriate sized piece. And the first thing we're going to use is this really awesome 4-inch Hoth Rebel Snowspeeder from about 2013. It's a really fantastic mold. It's the updated mold. It's got fantastic looks, and we're gonna use that. That's going to be an integral piece. And then the other thing that we're going to use is, I happen to have one of these spare vintage Hoth Rebel sentry posts. And we saw these in the Empire Strikes Back at the Battle of Hoth. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one or if I'm going to scratch build one. Let me know what you'd like to see. Would you like to see the incorporation of some vintage stuff, or do you want to scratch build one? But that's going to be built into the landscape itself. I have kind of a cool idea. So with those two pieces of reference, that will then make me give me a better idea of how big I want this thing to be. So there's a great big 3-foot long piece of foam core that I'm going to take off camera. I'm going to cut more to size, and then we'll do the shaping together. And so here I am, just sort of in a time lapse, cutting the piece to the desired length, and then I'm taking my fat Sharpie and I'm drawing the edge. Now, in this instance, I'm not going to cut along the back. The back is going to be sort of a support that I'm going to build up, so there's no need really to cut that. But here I am, I'm sort of getting my basic shape. If you've watched any of my videos before, I really like what's called a live edge on my products, on my projects. So here I am, I'm sort of just taking my Sharpie marker and I'm sort of defining my cut line, and it's going to be that sort of uneven live edge. And then finally, I'm going to take this over to the hot wire cutter. We're going to cut that live edge out, and we'll have a rough shape for the base. But before I start cutting, I'm just giving myself a quick reference to make sure that this is going to have enough space to do everything I need it to do. Now, I think I'm going to be all set. It's a little bit tight, and you never quite know how big you need to make something, but I'm just kind of giving it that old eyeball Kentucky windage look, and I think we'll be okay. In the next part, we're going to cut out on the hot wire cutter, and we're going to then start adding some surface features. So stay tuned, and hit that subscribe and like button for me, will you? Really helps me out. Thanks.